Welcome to the University of Ottawa Department of Family Medicine's eFieldNotes system. The eFieldNotes supports documentation and communication with your residents regarding their learning progress. The tool also allows you to generate reports on residents' progress that will help you complete structured progress reviews, or SIPRs, and in-training evaluation reports, or ITERs, based on real evidence. In this tutorial, you will learn how to access an existing eFieldNote. To access an existing field note, you will need to log in to the faculty intranet using your username and password. If you can't remember your password, use the Forgot Password link to reset it. Once you log in, you are brought to your eFieldNote dashboard. This is where you can access existing field notes and see any outstanding tasks you may have, such as signing off a field note or reviewing residents' comments. On the dashboard, you may notice exclamation marks in the column entitled Resident Updated. Exclamation marks indicate that the resident has edited the field note since your last edits, or that they have created a new field note and shared it with you. These exclamation marks serve as an indicator that some action is required from you. Your default dashboard only shows field notes that are still in progress and have yet to be signed off. To view completed field notes that have been signed off, check the Signed Off box and click Search. Uncheck the other boxes if you want to filter in progress field notes out. This will generate a list of field notes that have been signed off. These field notes can no longer be edited. You will notice check marks or crosses in the column entitled Resident Viewed. A checkmark indicates that the resident has viewed the field note since it has been signed off, and a cross indicates that the resident has not yet viewed the field note since it has been signed off. If the resident has not viewed the completed field note, you may choose to remind them to do so in person. You can view all signed off field notes that have crosses by clicking the box beside Resident has not reviewed field note since signed off, which is located below the date search field. If you want to find a specific field note or set of field notes, you can do so using the search options at the top of the screen. You can search for field notes in a number of different ways, including by resident and/or supervisor, field note status, that is, not yet shared, shared, or signed off, field note ID, which is a unique identifier for each field note, flagged field notes, as well as flags that have been retired, field notes that have not been viewed by residents since sign-off, and date of the patient encounter. When searching by name, enter any portion of the first or last name and click Search to receive a list of all possible results. To view a field note, click on the View Edit button in the far right column. This opens the selected field note. You can scroll through the field note to review the content. For a printer-friendly version that just shows the completed fields, click on Summary. This will bring you to a field note summary with the option to print. Click Close to return to the field note. If no further changes are required on the field note and the resident has reviewed it, you are ready to sign off the field note. Click Quick Sign Off to complete the field note. Once a field note has been signed off, it can no longer be edited by either the resident or the supervisor, and it becomes part of the resident's permanent record. Before you sign off, you can continue to make edits to the field note. Click Edit Field Note to enter the edit mode. Information on how to complete the field note is covered in the tutorial How to Create an eFieldNote. Don't forget to save your work as you make edits. To notify the resident that changes have been made to the field note, click Share. This will send them an automated email prompting them to review the field note. To return to the dashboard at any time, select Access from the drop-down Field Note menu at the top of the screen. While on the dashboard, you can see which field notes are flagged. You can filter the field notes to see only active or retired flags by clicking the checkboxes entitled Active Flags or Retired Flags. If you're unsure about any elements of the field note, click on the tooltips for a description. This tutorial addressed accessing eFieldNotes and the eFieldNote dashboard. Be sure to watch other tutorials on how to create eFieldNotes and generate reports.